Gene Roddenberry was a wonderful friend of mine. I met him at a science fiction convention up in Seattle when I was invited as a guest, and Gene was there too. And I went over to him and I said, Gene, I'm Kerry O'Quinn. I'm the publisher of Starlog, and I just wanted to meet you because I really think you did a marvelous thing by creating Star Trek. And he said, well, Kerry, seems like you and I ought to get to know each other. He said, let's have breakfast tomorrow morning. And I said, okay, fine, yes. So we went and we ate outdoors in the sunshine at this little table at a restaurant on the hillside. And within a few minutes of sitting down and talking, Gene and I discovered that we were both Texans. He was born in El Paso. I was born in Austin. We were both Texans. And we discovered that we both had the same birthday. We're both born on August the 19th, different years, but we both have the same birthday. And Gene said, Kerry, clearly you and I are meant to be friends. And from that day on, Gene and I were friends.
That's cool.
And we had wonderful times together. Every time I would come out to LA, I would always go to his office on Paramount, or he invited me to his home. And, you know, I said, Gene, I can't believe that you invited me to your home. You know, it's just so incredible. And he said, Kerry, it's called friendship. And I said, it's that simple. Gene was a marvelous person. And of course, then I got to know Leonard Nimoy. I got to know Nichelle Nichols.
And she was a close friend of yours.
Nichelle and I loved each other.
Yeah.
We were in love with each other.
Yeah.
And George Takei. I mean, I got to know all the folks to do with Star Trek because they were all interesting people, and we got along beautifully.
Mm-hmm. I love Star Trek, and I'm a fan. I don't watch all the new shows, but I watch a lot of them and Strange New Worlds. One thing though, and I love the J.J. Abrams reboot, but one thing I always think about in the back of my mind, I'm like, Star Trek is about the future, and they keep doing prequels. And I always feel like, because I feel like Next Generation was like such an amazing cast and show and story. I'd like to see Star Trek content that goes, forward. I don't know if you've thought about that at all.
I'm with you.
I mean, like we've seen a lot of Kirk stories and Spock.
Yeah.
And I keep seeing them. My only critique.
Well, again, one of my reasons that I love science fiction is because it's about the future. And I think all human beings have a vision of what lies ahead and how it can be better. How can my life be better? That's number one, something we should all be concerned about. Our pursuit of happiness, that's what life is all about for every one of us. The pursuit of happiness. How can my pleasures today add up to make me the happiest person I can be? And how can the world be better because everybody is in pursuit of their own happiness and they don't harm each other. We don't initiate the use of force or violence against each other. We're all about our own happiness. And science fiction is the particular category that shows us what the world of tomorrow can be like and how each individual, you, me, all of us, can do things and enjoy things that make life better for all of us and make our own happiness a reality. And I have done that.